We all wish for a positive future for ourselves, our family, our children, and our community. How about a mindful future that benefits us and the planet? Hi, I'm Anne Marie Emanuele, Creative Director and founder of Mindful Frontiers, a benefit corporation committed to community wellness through meditation and mindfulness. Since 2016, I have been teaching children in classrooms how to bring mindfulness into their daily routine. And when I retired, Mindful Frontiers was founded to share the benefits of mindfulness and meditation with families, schools, and individuals. With a personal meditation practice that started about 25 years ago, Vipassana meditation instruction is my life path, and I believe it's important for families to practice mindfulness together. In the Welcoming a Mindful Future podcast, I explain meditation and mindfulness topics and practices that anyone can bring into their daily routine. And each episode also includes a guided practice that you're invited to try. I'm glad you're here, so join me in welcoming your mindful future, one present moment at a time. A new episode of this podcast is published monthly, and we would love to include you. Help us expand our reach by joining us in person. We'd like to interview families and individuals interested in bringing meditation and mindfulness into their daily routine. Meanwhile, here's the next episode of Welcoming a Mindful Future. Sometimes life can be boring, right? Boredom is a feeling we get when we wish things were different, more exciting or engaging, or as children say, more fun. Essentially, when we're bored, we have the desire for life to be different than it is now. Buddhism calls this grasping and clinging, and it is said to be caused by thoughts, ideas of how our mind wants things to be. In an article in Lion's Roar, Brother Pop Ling writes, "There's a popular take on wanting things, which is that if we don't have what we want, it's because we just don't want it enough. According to the law of attraction, you can have whatever you want if you only want it enough. According to this way of thinking, you can manifest the life you want just by visualizing it clearly. This presupposes the idea that having what you want will satisfy you. This is the proverbial if only then that we get caught up in when wishing for life to be other than it is. Meditation helps us investigate our thoughts, and by connecting to sensations in the body, we can investigate the true nature of these mind ideas. We can use our meditation practice to look at the wanting itself, at the state of wanting. Since meditation is a present moment practice, we can observe our emotions relating to boredom and learn how these feelings are mixed up with clinging to the past or grasping towards the future. We may think that if only things were different, we'd be more happy or life would be more fun. There's also a tendency to get caught up in the how of getting what we want. How can I make my life better, more interesting, more fun, more engaging? In meditation traditions, we are asked to look at the grasping and clinging directly. What does it feel like? Where do I feel this in my body? How would I feel right now if I didn't wish things to be different? Can I just be present and grateful for what is already here? We practice letting go of expectations and accepting what is right here in this moment, the only reality there is, instead of wishing for things to be different. When we investigate grasping and clinging, we may realize that the discontent is a state of unrest, and we may calm this through meditation, which is being mindful of what is going on right now by following the breath that connects us to reality. This practice invites us to focus on the simplicity of the breath as a conduit for noticing what is going on right here, right now. Following the breath as it comes in and goes out of the body is a practice the entire family can do together, and most children can do this as well. The instructions are pretty simple and remind us of what mindfulness means: being aware, on purpose, and without judgment of what's going on through the grounding effect of the breath. I suggest a 15-minute timer for this practice. Simplicity of breath, a meditation that grounds us in the present moment. Begin by choosing a comfortable sitting posture on the floor, bed, or in a chair. Before settling into the practice, check your body for any areas of tension or discomfort. Stretch out these areas in any way that feels okay to you. Children can shake out their tension. Gradually allow yourself to become aware of your breathing. On the in-breath, notice where the breath is most apparent: chest, belly, or nose area. Then follow the breath and visualize it as it travels through the body before the out-breath. Be curious about the small details of your breath, such as whether it feels deep or superficial, tight or relaxed. Visualize the journey of the breath. Notice the in-breath, and then do a quick body scan as if you were following the breath to the feet and fingers, and then back to the lungs. Slowing down the breath may help this visualization. At some point, you will notice that your mind has wandered into thought. This is expected, so just notice the distraction and ask yourself if there are any thoughts of discontent or boredom. How might I feel right now to accept how things are? Can I be present and grateful for just being in the moment? As your practice progresses, allow yourself to notice sensations in the body. This will help you understand where the feelings of boredom or unrest are coming from. Maybe thoughts will come up, or more body sensations, or an inspiration. Keep going for as long as you can, following the breath and then noticing thoughts and sensations. When your practice is complete, it may be inspiring to discuss the experience together, to journal or write a poem about the experience. And a way to adapt this practice to the very young is to use observations of thoughts and following sensations through the body, but those may be too much for the very young. So they can be encouraged to follow the breath with a hand on their belly and watch it inflate and deflate as a balloon. They can assign their breath balloon a color and size as well. And then, while the rest of the group is discussing or journaling, young children can draw. Thank you for joining me in this practice to be aware of the grasping and the clinging that may have something to do with our feelings of boredom. Thank you for listening to Welcoming a Mindful Future, a podcast by Mindful Frontiers, LLC. We believe that mindfulness is an important part of welcoming a positive future for ourselves, our communities, and our world. These podcasts are shared freely, and your support helps us reach a wider audience. Please help us reach more people by sharing this and other episodes with your friends on social networks. Follow our Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn pages. You can subscribe to our seasonal email newsletter, practice with us on Insight Timer and YouTube, and read our website blog. If a monetary donation is in your heart, we would be grateful, as it helps us continue to do the work of sharing meditation and mindfulness. And if a labyrinth walk is of interest, check out our in-person events where we walk the labyrinth in honor of the change of seasons and our own inner transition. Our Linktree page has all the links to our offerings. Welcoming a Mindful Future is a podcast published by Mindful Frontiers, LLC, a benefit corporation, B Corp, committed to community wellness by providing schools and organizations with mindfulness meditation tools that nurture positive social-emotional growth. We assist people, groups, and schools in learning and practicing mindfulness through Vipassana, insight meditation guidance, workshops, and mindfulness programs for students. This helps them build emotional resilience to better handle life's challenges.